Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
When the Seahawks named Smith the starter last season, it gave him an opportunity he wasn't sure he would get again. And then he became one of the best quarterbacks in football and sustained it across a full 17 games when he comeback player of the year. Saved his career with last season and keeps the Seahawks as true contenders.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for the Rams is Tutu Atwell. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. So here the Rams set to go to work on offense. And they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford, the Rams won it all in Super Bowl 56, but last season was a stark contrast to that. The Rams need their quarterback to recapture his form from 2 seasons ago to help spark another postseason run.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Going right back to Akers. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And back deep is DJ Dallas. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
through
now they
that.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first round. How did you go here? That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Now Gino on 1st down. On this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Smith. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They run with a 2nd-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, let's go Sunday.
To throw is Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. This is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. Smith and Jigba with the grab. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun, Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw, Stafford. is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again here with Akers. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this 1st half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. On first down, it's Stafford. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Stafford on first down. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw on second down is Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Stafford. Open man left side as a tight end long. Touchdown, Rams. Hunter Long in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Ready.
From the 50, it's Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. They bring him in off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. That third down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. He finds Smith and Jigba, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Gino. This complete to Lockett. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Los Angeles.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Stafford now on second down. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Pass complete to Akers on the out route. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds, down at the 8-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Seahawks 7.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw is Smith. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Throwing is Smith. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Smith throwing again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. He starts with a give to Akers. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now it's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 42-yard
Throwing here, Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
On 1st down, Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 50, it's Smith. It's caught. Lockett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Geno now to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Stafford going to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.